Hi guys, my name is Lucas Green and this is for the Raptor to see. My Lucas Green's character profile of me versus Gage Unruh, and this is my character profile of my character I've made. So I hope he likes it, and let's see, maybe, and I'm sure he can determine, and I'm sure he's already saw Gage Unruh's profile, and now I have to do mine, so here it is. Hope he likes it. Supers. Using their powers to spread across the earth to use their powers for good or evil. But in one city called Atro City, or Atrocity as others call it, the supers are divided, like all the others. Some use their powers to save people, while others try to rule the world. But one company, Green Corp Industries, has stood top. And CEO of this company, Mr. Lucas B.J. Green, has had it from here. His backstory. One day, back in the past, it was a tragic fire where he was trapped. He would have died if it hadn't been for the help of a superhero who saved him. However, the superhero forgot one thing. Well, you see, apparently, how should I put it? He left his family still in the building! Ugh. Thanks to this, when the superhero left, he didn't know that, of course, that the parents were in there. And with this on his mind, now he made a vow, of course, that he will make sure that no supers would harm society again, either to cause destruction or be involved with humanity. That humanity should deal with its own problems its own way, as they are only just monsters, causing as much pain as the other side of the coin. He took Green Corp to his fullest power and used it to his highest potential. But even with all of Green Corp's resources, they were no match for the so-called super-powered opponents they were up against, until one typical billionaire playboy philanthropist came in who was selling weapons. And who was that so-called playboy philanthropist? Well, it was none other than Tony Stark. That's right, because if you remember, back in the day, Tony Stark was selling weapons. And apparently he, came to Green Corp and made a bad buck with, Mr. Green, of course. After getting into a misconception with the guy, Green stormed out. He did, of course, take the weapons, though, so there's that. But where did he go? Well, apparently he was walking in the streets until he bumped into, this fella. Yes, Norman Osborn was visiting Atrocity. However, this Norman Osborn was the Green Goblin persona. He was trying to hide from Spider-Man while moving cities. He had plans to take over Atrocity, while also in his mind, he knew he had to get rid of Spider-Man. But when he had come in contact with Mr. Green here, he realized that he could take care of Spider-Man with this, while his so-called friend here could help him take down Atrocity. What did he do? Well, he gave him the Goblin Serum, so he could use it to become a new Goblin. Yes, a new Goblin. So in case the Goblin died by Spider-Man, he could return as another Goblin in Atrocity. Pretty crazy, yeah? Of course, though, Mr. Green didn't use the serum to what Norman expected. Lucas decided to make a potion out of the serum called the Gene Cleanser, which would take away super-powered characters' powers. The serum was tested, and it worked successfully on several weaker supers. And, this super serum, this Gene Cleanser had come to the point where he took it to make a suit out of Stark's tech called the battle armor. The battle armor is not superhuman like it's the peak of physical human ability. How strong a human can be, how fast a human can be, and all that stuff. So, yeah. It's like the peak of physical health. So it enhances all the abilities to create this nice flexible armor, which allows him to and of course it has that Stark stuff, so flying missiles and all that, all the kind of Stark technologies in there, the unibeams and stuff, as well as the incorporates of the peak of physical health. With this suit, he's been able to fought off Deathstroke, toe to toe with the Hulk, and of course kill Wonder Girl. The suit can lift up to 10 stone, if you're wondering. 10 tons, sorry. Let's check my notes. Oh yeah. Finally, deep in space, a being was watching, a being known as the Beyonder, and he claimed that if his hatred of supers was going to be his end, he would make his hatred his gift, by making this violence stop once and for all. He knew that if he gave him power, it would stop the suit and stop his corrupt ways of making more weapons. It was a risk, but he was willing to take it. He transformed him into the thing he feared most, a super. With this superpowered energy, he has been given great abilities, but the Beyonder warned him that he should not be overconfident with this power, as it may corrupt him in his mind. The power has been connected to his DNA, certain his personality traits, such as his greed has been given a power called allow him to absorb energy, allow him to absorb power absorption, so he can absorb powers from other supers, which suits his character because, well, he's greedy and selfish, and not to mention he wants to take the powers away for his reasons, obviously, for a better planet. His other power includes bad luck, allowing him to cause similar to the Black Cat stuff of causing our enemies to trip at certain times and stuff, giving him quite a old age. Of course, the superhuman abilities are in there too, with superhuman strength, durability, ingenious mind, but most important of all, his most superior one is his reflexes. They were so high up, he could dodge anything from this point on and counter it back. However, like Vegeta, his problem is his cockiness. He is selfish, and his cockiness of his ego goes to his head. Like Vegeta, he too is cocky, and well, if he lets that cockiness go to his head, well, he may lose that fight. So there's his weakness, his overconfidence and cockiness, which I cannot blame. If I was overpowered, I would be too. Well, that'd be my character. But there's my character. He has, I think I went over in the stats. I'm not going to say it again, but you can recheck that. So yeah. But he is superhuman in his super form. His battle suit answers his corporate form. But his weakness is he's cocky, and that's his only that's his greatest weakness. His greatest conflict is his weakness of cockiness, being overconfident with his power. And if that happens, well, things aren't gonna go well. However, he is like Loki. He is a very deceivable character. He's able to trick people and manipulate others into getting what he wants. Very cunning. And if you saw on how and then, well, you know how cunning he can be. But that'd be my character the Raptor for the Raptor to have his thoughts on. Mr. Lucas BJ Green. And yeah, that'd be me. So from Lucas B. Green, I hope you like my character. And that's my profile. Done. Let me know if you think who wins.